All right, so when I was thinking about this week's reading of Meisner, I kind of had like a teaching aha moment in that the 11 years before this year that I've taught, and directed, I've been more about realistic emotions and pushing them to that believable moment and all of that. And those people that are close to me know I'm notoriously hard on myself, but I kind of wonder if I'd switched my directing style and teaching style to the way that Meisner had approached it, how different would my classes and my productions be? The thing that I like the most about Meisner is that I don't want to say forces, but highly recommends you use the imagination and puts the emphasis on your partner and not just on what you create. So it immediately becomes an ensemble piece if you're correctly performing with the Meisner technique attached. The other thing that I found very interesting is he was really adamant that education was important. He started working at the Neighborhood Playhouse School of Theater in 1935, I believe was what the chapter said, and he didn't stop until very, very, very much later. And so I feel like I'm not saying I'm ever going to be a theorist like Meisner, but I feel like I want to continue to work and grow and attach myself to theater as long as he did, if not longer. The main concern I have with the way I've been teaching, though, and it just dawned on me when I was reading Meisner, because he wasn't very fond of effective memory. What he would say is that he would make them go to effective memory if they're having issues attaching their imagination to their character, and even then he wouldn't go to the depths of Stanislavski and possibly even what Adler had allowed. But looking back on my career and the way I directed, I'm wondering if, pardon me, the students that I had were not mature enough to handle effective memory. Like some of the shows that I've done have very mature themes, have very emotional themes, and some of these students that I've had quite possibly don't have the mature capacity to deal with these. So for me to force them to drudge up some memory or some emotion that they could use to attach it to that character may have been irresponsible on my part. And so the way I've been directing, and that has been weighing on me for a little bit, the way I've been directing maybe instead of allowing the student to foster their talents at some point could have quite possibly hurt them psychologically and emotionally development. I mean, that's all the thoughts that I have on this. I really, really like the tidbit of information that I have on Meisner. I plan on studying him further. I don't know that the way that I directed for the past 11 years, because I will say that I have pushed what I call emotional recall, what Stanislavski and Adler call effective memory. That's what I have pushed in my actors. And I probably should have figured out a different way to do it.